Before we even get into the details, let me ask you something. What if I told you Mazda is quietly changing the future of one of its most popular SUVs, without making a big announcement about it? At first glance, the 2026 Mazda CX-5 looks like a normal update. Sharper design, newer tech, familiar name, nothing shocking. But the more you pay attention, the more you realize this SUV isn't just being refreshed, it's being strategically repositioned. Because this might not just be the next CX-5. This could be Mazda's most important transition vehicle so far. And once you understand what Mazda is doing behind the scenes, the 2026 CX-5 starts to make a lot more sense. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to upcoming Auto Zone so you don't miss future car reveals like this. And drop a comment telling me where you're watching from, because this one is bigger than it looks. Alright, let's talk about the 2026 Mazda CX-5. At first glance, it feels like a smart evolution of a fan-favorite SUV. Mazda isn't trying to shock anyone here, they're refining what already works. But that's exactly what makes this update interesting. Mazda knows the CX-5 is one of its strongest models, and instead of replacing it, they're quietly preparing it for what comes next. Starting with the design, the CX-5 looks more confident and more mature. Mazda sticks with its signature styling, but everything feels tighter and more intentional. The front grille is wider, giving the SUV a stronger presence on the road without looking aggressive. The slimmer headlights flow naturally into the body, making the front end feel sleek and premium. Along the sides, the lines are cleaner and more sculpted, and the wheel arches are slightly more pronounced, giving the CX-5 a planted stance. It still looks compact and city-friendly, but now it carries itself with more authority. Around the back, subtle changes like updated taillights, a cleaner tailgate, and a redesigned bumper give it a sportier, more modern look without losing Mazda's refined character. Now under the hood, Mazda sticks with the turbocharged 2.5-liter engine that drivers already trust. It delivers strong, confident power that feels effortless whether you're cruising on the highway or navigating city traffic. But for 2026, the experience feels noticeably smoother. The new 8-speed automatic transmission makes acceleration more refined, and overall driving feels calmer and more polished. The CX-5 still drives like a Mazda, and that's a good thing. Steering feels connected, handling feels controlled, and it never feels floaty or disconnected like many SUVs in this segment. The suspension has been reworked to strike a better balance, keeping things sporty when you want it but quieter and more comfortable for everyday driving. With Mazda's intelligent all-wheel drive system, the CX-5 feels confident in rain, snow, and uneven road conditions. It's not built for extreme off-roading, but gravel roads, light trails, and weekend getaways are handled without stress. This is an SUV designed for real life, not just spec sheets. Now here's where the real twist comes in, and this is the part most people will miss. Even though the 2026 CX-5 is still powered by a traditional engine, Mazda has engineered this update with electrification already in mind. The platform has been subtly revised to support future hybrid and electrified powertrains. That means this CX-5 isn't just built for today, it's designed to evolve. Instead of rushing a full electric version or killing off a popular model, Mazda is using the CX-5 as a bridge vehicle. A way to transition loyal customers toward electrification without forcing them to change everything overnight. And that explains why this update feels so carefully balanced. Step inside, and that forward-thinking mindset becomes even clearer. The interior feels calmer, cleaner, and noticeably more premium. Mazda leans into minimalist design, using higher-quality materials, soft-touch surfaces, tasteful stitching, and subtle metallic accents. In higher trims, the cabin genuinely feels close to luxury territory. The new, larger infotainment screen finally supports full-touch functionality, which is a major improvement. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, and the interface is smoother and easier to use. Everything feels intuitive, not distracting. Behind the wheel, the digital instrument display adapts to different driving modes, giving the CX-5 a modern, customizable feel. Mazda keeps things simple and driver-focused, which makes the whole cabin feel more relaxed and purposeful. Safety technology also takes a big step forward. The 2026 CX-5 comes loaded with advanced driver assistance features that work quietly in the background. Adaptive cruise control, lane support, blind spot monitoring, traffic assistance, and a surround view camera system all help reduce stress, especially in busy city driving. Now let's talk value. Mazda has always offered a premium experience without luxury brand pricing, and the 2026 CX-5 continues that strategy. While official pricing will vary by market, expectations are that it stays competitive, making it one of the strongest value options in the compact SUV segment. Compared to older CX-5 models, this version feels more intentional and more future-focused. It's not just a refresh. It feels like Mazda is positioning the CX-5 as a long-term player during a time when the entire industry is shifting. So here's the big takeaway. The 2026 Mazda CX-5 isn't about flashy changes or radical redesigns. It's about preparation. Preparing drivers for the future, preparing the platform for electrification, and preparing Mazda for the next phase of its lineup, all without losing the soul that made the CX-5 special in the first place. So what do you think? Is this quiet evolution the smart move, or were you hoping Mazda would take a bigger risk? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel Upcoming AutoZone, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.